who is the bitterness directed to?
I think it's just women in general, seeing them for what they are now. I had that whole one ad is forever,
okay.
and believe the whole Disney bull crap.
Did you read my book?
All of it. I haven't got. I was waiting for the audiobook. I do a lot of driving in the car.
It's going to be out soon. It's probably going to be out in the next month or so. It's very close to done.
I'm waiting.
I basically closed the book with with the old adage, like the whole point of the red pill and all of this knowledge is not to dislike women. It's to not dislike them for what they can never be to you. Right.
Yeah,
because our entire lives, we've been lied to, sugar and spice and all things nice and blah, 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 blah. And at some point where you're at right now, you're at the end of the divorce machine. You've spent 39 years on earth believing all this crap. And then you come across some bald guy with a beard on YouTube that talks about stuff and you go, oh, that makes sense. That now clarifies things. Now I'm bitter. Well, again, the whole point of all of this knowledge is so that you're not angry at women. Right.
That's not, I don't know if bitter is the right word. I'm not angry at them. I just, every Instagram chick has her butt in a thong in your face. And it's like, I don't even, whatever. It's just like in numb. General. I'm not mad. I'm just numb, I think.
Cool. Okay. So that's a totally different thing because I'm the same way. Right. I mean, I can sit here and open up Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and look at this. And it's the exact same carbon copy of one chick after the other chick, and they're all the same, right? Yeah, and you start to look at it, start dating, you start dating a few women, maybe they're around your age, and they got kids in tow, and they got a story, and you start listening to it, and you're like, you're no different than my ex-wife. You're no different than the last girl I dated last week. You're no different than whatever. And that's just modern women today. You just accept the fact that this is what we're dealing with. Now that you understand what you're dealing with, then you start to dispense fewer F's around it, and you go and reserve that energy, those F's that you have for something else. Maybe you go and join a car club. Maybe you go and do rallies with other guys and have some fun. There's lots of options for you to pursue once you unplug from the narrative that you have to find the one that's going to be by your side till death do us part, and sickness and health, and richer and poorer, and blah, 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 and all that sort of stuff, right? Because now you start putting yourself first. And then they start hitting you up, and they're like, hey, Chad. Right? And then they're like, what are you doing this weekend? I like your car. Can we go for a drive? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm busy, because it's not worth your while. Or you don't even respond. When you get that text from that girl that you were in a FWB relationship, friends with benefits months ago, and she hits you up out of the blue and she's like, hey, Chad, what are you doing tonight? You want to come over, or can I see you, or something like that? And you're like, you don't even bother responding because you've got so many other options that are more important, that are more significant, that are more fulfilling for you, that align with your own mental point of origin. Mm-hmm. Just keep focusing on yourself. Keep working on the fact that the whole point of all this is not to dislike women. It's to not to dislike them for what they can never be to you. Once you've blown up, the entire narrative of, the sugar and spice, all things nice, and forever and ever till death do us part, and blah blah blah. You're just going to be like, who cares? Mm-hmm. You could call it numbness, if you want. If you want to call it numbness, fine. But at the end of the day, it's just, who cares?
Yeah, I kind of want to. I'd like to date again, but I don't want to be the doom pill, black pill, angry. I don't want to be that.
I can tell you that the doomer guys out there that are making all the negative content, they're not driving M3s, right? They're not driving competition pack cars with carbon fiber roofs and the 20-inch wheels. I don't know if you caught the early part of the stream, but I mentioned a post that I shared on the community tab with Sean Stevenson, and his number one lesson is never believe a prediction that doesn't empower you. And that's the problem with all these doomer guys out there that are like, if you're not tall enough, if your name's not Chad, you're never going to get laid, right? It's like,
I appreciate the shout outs constantly.
Yeah, you are believing predictions that don't empower you, which is why you suck. And you don't have to suck. But if you want to choose to suck, that's fine. Go suck. That's just the reality of it. So just disconnect from everything else. Put yourself first. And if you want to allow a chick or multiple chicks into your life when you're ready for it, make sure that you set boundaries and you don't let nightmares into your life. You're divorced now, well, almost, you're
Working on it,
divorced
yeah.
now. You got kids. How many kids you got?
3.
Okay. Do you want to have more kids? You done having kids?
Hell no.
Okay. So you're done having kids. So
Yeah.
marriage offers you nothing. Sweet fuck all. There is no advantage to you at this point to ever get married again. Right.
Mhm.
So that's completely off the table. So when chicks are like, hey, well, Chad, I'd like to get married and have kids, because there's a lot of chicks out there right now. They're like 39, 40, 41. And like, I haven't had any kids because I put my career first. I've got 3 dogs and a cat, but I'd really like to have kids, and you're handsome and your children are beautiful. So I want to have more with you. It's like, fuck no. I'm busy. I'm going to the car meet this weekend. We're going to compare carbon fiber weave on our roofs. Okay. I am busy. I am going to watch molasses fall in minus 40 degrees centigrade weather very slowly.